It's day 3 of our trip. PD's helping Park drive, and we are rolling into Utah, Kane County, and into Kanab. Our first stop was at the Tourist Center. Great spot to stop. Tons of information, really helpful people. This area was part of the Old West film industry, so if you're into film, there's a lot to see and do, sort of famous film sites here. This guy was exhausted from his trip into the Tourist Center, of course. So we got our information, jumped in the car, headed down the highway, found this lovely dirt road that was taking us out to our first campsite in the Kanab area, which is along the Paria River. Really beautiful. Getting in, it's all dirt. There's some sand, but it's a pretty decent road. Almost any type of vehicle could navigate it. If you're unfamiliar with this area, when the roads get wet, almost no vehicle can navigate. They're just really slippery. The dirt turns into almost like clay. I guess it is clay, honestly. So it's horrible to drive on. So keep that in mind if you're headed down a dirt road like this in Utah. If it rains, you might be in some trouble. But at the end of the road, we found the perfect campsite. And this is somewhere Park had been before. He knows all the great spots. But this is the very end of the road. And right on the other side of that tree, we're right along the banks of the river. So Park took a few minutes to pop up the camper. We could get things set up before we put on our hiking shoes and headed along the river for a hike into what are the ruins of the old town of Paria. So there's just a couple of houses left. You can see it right there on the hillside. Really just kind of amazing that people settled here and started a town and, farmed, and then they got washed out, flooded out more than once. They started closer to the river over here and then ended up moving their homes up closer to the hillside. And even the hillside has its own danger. If you look at those rocks on the hill, those are some big rocks that could be rolling down into your yard at any moment. But the couple of houses that were left there were really fun, very interesting, kind of to take a walk through and look at the construction and how they were built, and just think about, what a different life it was and how much work it was to live on the land. There's another one of those giant rocks. It's really hard to get perspective on those. So I asked Park to go over and stand by a couple of them so you can really see sort of the massiveness. Just imagine waking up in the middle of the night and hearing that thing rolling down the hill towards your little stone house. So this is the root cellar for the house. I believe it's the root cellar, a storage cellar. You can see the timbers that used to be the roof there laying in the remains of the house. But really look at the construction, just so much work and effort. These are heavy stones packed with mud, and it's just crazy and amazing, and really makes you appreciate what hard workers those people were. Thanks for joining me on this leg of the journey. I'll be putting up some more of our Kanab road trip videos very soon. Be sure you like, subscribe, and hit the notifications bell so you'll know when the next video is posted. Have a great day.